Hello, it is Wednesday, September 18th, 2024. I'm Chris Remo, and welcome back to the New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. It is a Wednesday crossword, which means it's time for a midweek, mid-difficulty themed solve. And this midweek, mid-difficulty edition of the Daily Solve has been brought to us by Overfull Hitbox, Jake Rodkin, and, as always, the indomitable Shoalmaster, the incorrigible Sheeler Beeler, and the indefinable Charlie Paget, not to mention now the indecipherable Ray Grant. Thank you so much to the 6 of them, benefactors of the Daily Solve Patreon campaign, for their generous support. They do, of course, keep this thing going. They make it a sustainable part of my daily work, which allows me to make time for it every day, and that will include over the next few days as I'm traveling again, not for as long this time, so apologies if there are any delays or interruptions in the daily posts, but I'll do my best, as I always do when I'm traveling. So thanks to the patrons for making that for encouraging me, I suppose, in that endeavor. And thanks to everybody who backs at any level. And if you'd like to, you can head to patreon.com/dailysolve or click the description field link where you'll find the bonus videos available to patrons. And for benefactors, like those I mentioned, the Let's Check the Crosses official mug. Thank you so much to everybody who supports the channel. And if you subscribe on YouTube, which is a big help as well. There's also the Daily Solve Discord chat server you can join in the description field. And it's a nice, friendly chat community over there. So now let's get on to today's crossword by Casey Callahan, a debut constructor, and Will Nediger, not a debut, but an experienced constructor with several dozen puzzles to his name. They've constructed a themed Wednesday crossword for us with some circled cells inside, I can see. It was edited once again by Joel Faliano. Let's start solving and see how we get on today. Okay, so we've got a kind of double diagonal swath running through the grid there of circled cells. Anyway, when les Jeux Olympiques de Paris took place, that took place in the summer, été in French. I assume that's what we're looking for there, because obviously the Olympic Games of Paris was in French, so I think the answer will be as well. To sing the praises of someone could be to exalt them. And terra firma means, firm, hard ground, firm ground. Pioneering 1940s computer. I actually know this. It's ENIAC, I assume it's pronounced. I don't remember what it stands for. I probably knew at some point vaguely, but anyway, it's astonishing to look at now because it's essentially an entire room that I'm sure is unbelievably inferior to any of the devices we carry around with us as a matter of course. Anyway, Lawless Princess Xena, the warrior princess from the television program of that name, played by Lucy Lawless, hence the clue. There we go. And per blank, per annum probably, per year. Here we have House of Worship at the top of 67 across. Right. So do I jump to it or not? I usually don't, so maybe I will today. This says architectural attraction in Rome depicted by this puzzle's grid. Oh, right. Interesting. I don't know. Depicted by this puzzle's grid. So there's something diagonal about it. Is it sort of the Colosseum with the, kind of crumbling wall? Is that what that's meant? I don't know. It doesn't seem like that's what that would be. It doesn't seem sufficient. I don't know. Let's look at these again. House of Worship. I don't know. Is that the start of the name of a god or something? Largest arboreal oh, this doesn't look right, does it? Largest arboreal mammal, informally. Maybe exalt is wrong. Unfilled space. Yeah, no, it is wrong. Sorry about that. Xena is definitely right. Été is right. Extol, maybe? Because an unfilled space could be a lacuna. There we go, sort of, missing bit. So largest, orang it must be. Okay, that's the largest arboreal mammal. Okay, fine. I wouldn't have known that off the top of my head, but there we go. So what's the House of Worship? At the top of what? I don't know, because that didn't help me. Skipping ahead didn't help. Dishonorable. Ignoble. There we go. Yes, that's what I was looking for. I was thinking of ignominious, but that's obviously too long. Okay, so what about this? Subreddit overseer for short. So on the website Reddit, you might have mods or moderators who help keep various posts in check. Hubbub, a big hubbub is a big commotion, an ado. And chests are bosoms, maybe? Could be. Obviously, chest could be used in numerous contexts, but starting with BO, I suspect that's probably the case. Let's see. Mix up. To sort things, to mix them up. To feels like sort of the opposite. You might, but it could be that still. I don't know. I'll leave it for the moment. OO blank, one-time snack brand slogan. Is it OO Oreo? I mean, this is a case where I'm biased towards this being the answer because the Oreo is, of course, the official snack cookie of the New York Times crossword. But I don't think I've seen this slogan before. Maybe I have. I don't know. But I suspect this is the case. And so let's see. Do we... Oh, Duomo? No. Uno, uno, dos, tres? What on earth? Uno, dos, tres, cuatro? What on earth does this mean? What did this say again? Architectural attraction in Rome depicted by this puzzle's... Oh, the Spanish Steps! That's what it is. That's what it is. So I was thinking, why in Rome, but we're counting in Spanish? It's because we're referencing the Spanish Steps, which are indeed, that is a famous architectural attraction in Rome. And we've constructed a stairway here out of the Spanish language. And so what's this? House of worship. Oh, I don't know, actually. Trinity Cathedral or something? Trinity Basilica? Is that right? Let's look at the crosses and see. Extra ingredient, no. That could be an add-on or an add-in or something. Winter hours in Winnipeg. Is that Central Standard Time, maybe? I'm not actually sure. Jewelry fastener, yes, because this could be a clasp, so that is right. And it's winter, so it'll be standard time, not daylight time. Meal with matzo, Seder, probably. For Passover, let's see. Go for, maybe not. Go for a rebound, perhaps. Maybe that's wrong. What about this? Extra ingredient. Yeah, so I want that to be add-on or add-in. Add in, if it's an ingredient, it goes in. Half of a Dashiell Hammett detective couple. Oh, Nick and Nora from The Thin Man. What is their name? Charles. Nick and Nora Charles. So actually it could be either Nick or Nora. I don't know. If you've never seen the film The Thin Man, it's genuinely great. It's unbelievably good and just incredibly fun and funny and just kind of stylish and cool. Anyway, make sure of to see to it. You see to it? Yeah, okay, so this could be Nora then. Okay. Okay, flower on a proverbial path. The primrose path is, I don't know exactly actually what that means really, but it is a phrase I've heard. Oh, this is Seder. Okay, so what is this then? Go for a rebound, perhaps. Maybe this isn't Trinity. What about this? Head honcho at a barbecue, the pit master. Oh, leap. Oh. It won't be in English, obviously. That I should have guessed that. But I don't actually know what the church or whatever is. I mean, I've walked up the Spanish Steps. I genuinely just don't remember what's up there. It's been a very long time since I've been in Rome. Let's see. Palindromic term of address, ma'am. I think these crosses are right. They seem right to me. So I'll just have to keep getting the crosses. Its capital is Vientiane, Laos. Like the watches in Dali's The Persistence of Memory, they're limp. They're, that Dali painting, you've got the sort of limp, drooping watches on tree limbs and things. Contradictory contraction. Contradictory contraction. Isn't? I mean, it just means... I'm not sure if I'm not sure if I'm parsing that fully. Roughly 75% of Russia is in it, is in Asia. Russia, of course, straddles Asia and Europe. Small arachnid, a mite. And kings or queens say a pair in poker? Oh, Trinidad de... I still don't know what this is. This is ridiculous. Oh, Monty? This must be right. Trinity of the Mount or something. This must be it. Sorry about this. My knowledge is really failing me here, but I think this must be the case, and I've filled it with crosses that feel right to me. So I think this must be the case. We'll just keep going. 24th and final letters. Omegas of the Greek alphabet, I guess. Letter between delta and foxtrot, echo. This is in the International Radio Phonetic Alphabet, or the NATO alphabet, as it's sometimes called, in which words are used to represent letters. Reference, to cite something is to reference it. Blank sequoia, world's most massive tree species, must be the giant sequoia. I mean, that makes sense if it's massive. Bright spots, question mark. Atoms, that doesn't really make sense. A car with a 3-box design. A sedan? 3-box design. In the sense that you've got the sort of front hood bit and then the passenger bit and then the kind of trunk or boot bit? Is that what that means? I don't know that terminology. Let's try it and see. Color similar to hazelnut. Tan, I guess. Okay, fine, fair enough. Region of ancient Greece. Ionia would be an example of a region of ancient Greece. Bright spots. Oh, atria, I see. So a bright spot in a building because it's kind of open to the light. All right. And then if you gave it one's all, you tried hard. Good. Odds and ends abbreviation are miscellaneous. Linux software packages informally. Oh, okay, I've never used Linux, but I at least heard the phrase distro for sort of a software distribution, I assume is what that stands for, but this is how Linux software is packaged in some way. Don't ask me to explain any more than that because I can't. Government agency that investigates among... Oh, Linux is Linux is an operating system, like Windows or Mac OS, but not either of those. And free. Dubai's home abbreviation is the United Arab Emirates. Beethoven's Third Symphony is the Eroica, as it's called, the Eroica Symphony. Government agency that investigates, among other things, arson, alcohol, tobacco, and firearms, I guess it must be. That's interesting. I don't know that I knew that they investigated arson, but that must be the agency based on the fill. Some stops along the Oregon Trail, forts, I suppose, must be. Black and white predators in the ocean are orcas. To entrap during a winter storm would be to ice someone in. And then here we have capri pants as a style of trousers. Something of value would be an asset. Father, well, this could be used actually as a noun or a verb. So a father could be a sire. I guess that's often used in sort of animal husbandry contexts. But also you could sire a child, father a child. Louse egg is a knit. There we go. That's straightforward. FDR's successor, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, was succeeded by Harry S. Truman, HST, and a heart vessel support, a stent, I think you insert into a kind of heart vessel for some kind of surgical purpose. Its website has a fantasy section, and fantasy is capitalized. What does that mean? ISBN? Does the ISBN, the sort of book numbering standard, do they have a website that has a genre selector? I have no idea. Probably not. What else would this be? Oh, no, it's probably not that. Sorry, it's probably ESPN, the sports network, which also has a website and also presumably runs its own fantasy sports leagues or whatever. That must be it. Okay, posteriors, your behind, your rump could be your posterior. There we go. Japanese cartoons are anime. Toroidal treat could be a donut. So donut obviously is shaped like a torus. It's toroid. TV personality Kotb. Okay, I have encountered this. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that name properly, but I've encountered this name before. Hoda, I think. Can't be, possibly. I could not tell you on what television show they expressed their personality, but there we go. Fellow is a chap, just a guy. Classic comedy that often plays during holiday movie marathons. Oh, Home Alone, probably. Right, okay. I think I remember seeing that in the theater, actually, when I was very young. Web code letters. Well, no, it is HTML. I was going to say maybe it's HTTP, but that's not really what you mean by web code. You mean HTML, which is hypertext markup language, which is what websites are written in, or at least part of what they're written in. Home of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. It must be Ohio, I guess. Repair, to repair something is to mend it. Sunrise direction in El Salvador is este, so east in Spanish. And then money maker is a mint in a country mints money quite literally. And then here we have mother lode, so the big find, and I guess a load of ore more traditionally. Okay, so I think that's all correct. So let's go up here. Fabric sample, a swatch. Yes, if you get little samples of fabric to, I don't know, if you're considering buying drapery or something, you might get swatches. Well-read sorts are scholars, you could say. And a source of saffron, oh, the crocus. Oh, right, okay, don't think I knew that saffron came from the crocus, but there we go. That's probably the kind of thing I should know. To mix up, to stir. Oh, wait, we had mix up. Did we have mix up earlier, or was it this one? It might have been this, and actually we didn't have tea yet, so I thought it was maybe sort, but it's not, it's stir. Cutesy term for a swap. Something Z's, what is it? Swap. Backsies? It's not really a swap, it's returning something. I can't think what it is. I don't know, we'll get it eventually. Disney daughter of King Triton, that's Ariel from the Little Mermaid, and I think it's spelled this way. Correct type, to edit something, to correct something that's been typed, typeset, written. Blank Prince, aka Wonder Woman. Oh, Diana Prince is the name of that character in her, or at least the name of her. I don't know, actually. Is it her real name, or is it her alter ego? I guess it's probably her real name. I don't know. Maybe Diana, and she just added Prince to sort of fit in. Gumball, say, a wad? Oh, right. So not a gumball, like a packaged treat, but just a literal ball of gum that you might have been chewing, which is a wad of gum. Bulb measures, bulb strength, sort of brightness is measured in watts often. And exit sign feature as an arrow off of a motorway. So here we have cutesy term for a swap is tradesies. Okay, fair enough. I don't think I've heard that particular cutesy term, but it's pretty easy to infer its meaning. And here we have Tony Basil, singer of the 1982 hit Mickey. That was a real sort of novelty one-hit wonder, I assume. Anyway, Tony, and that's it. So this was the correct answer, about which I'm quite relieved. So there we go. That is the House of Worship, Trinita de Monti, at the top of the Spanish steps, which we've created visually in the grid by crafting a staircase out of 1, 2, 3, 4, which obviously is counting from 1 to 4 in Spanish. Very good. And I found the theme tricky in this puzzle. I don't know that the overall puzzle was tricky, but this I did find tough to put in the grid because I just didn't, and honestly still don't remember this name, although I'm sure I would have encountered it when I was physically, standing in front of it, but just didn't stick in my memory at all. So I really didn't feel confident putting it in, had to rely entirely on the crosses pretty much, and eventually finished the puzzle. So I'd be curious to know how this one went for other people. I mean, it's very well constructed. It's always nice when constructors find themes where multiple elements of the theme can consume precisely the same number of letters, so they can be symmetrically disposed in this grid-spanning way like this. Obviously, in the case of the Spanish steps, if you needed the Spanish steps to have 3 fewer letters, you could leave out the and it would be fine. But it's nice that these fit precisely, and then there's this clever way of spelling out a Spanish language staircase. So very nice. And Yeah, good Wednesday puzzle. A bit trickier maybe than normal for me because of the theme answers, but that's how it went. Let me know how it was for you in the Daily Solve Discord chat server or the comments. I'm always curious. And I'll be back tomorrow with the Thursday puzzle, and the theme might get trickier than this, probably will. But come back and find out. Until then, please do have an excellent remainder of your Wednesday. Take care.